She's not a real mom. My mother insulted my wife on Mother's Day. Now we're the villains? When my wife became a mom through adoption, we thought our family would embrace her with love. But last Mother's Day, my own mother said, "You're not a real mom." That one sentence shattered everything, and now we're the ones being blamed for ruining the holidays? 3 years ago, after a long and emotionally draining fertility journey, my wife Emily and I decided to adopt. It wasn't a second choice. It was a deeply thought-out decision, one we both embraced wholeheartedly. When we held our newborn daughter, Lily, for the first time, every ounce of grief over what we couldn't have biologically just melted away. She was our daughter. From day one, we were a family. Life with Lily was joyful chaos. Midnight feedings, diaper disasters, first giggles, every moment felt like a gift. But what no one warns you about is how other people might treat you differently when your family doesn't look like theirs. We recently moved back to Ohio, the state I grew up in. It was mostly for better schools and to be closer to family, especially now that Lily was starting to talk and walk and cause general adorable mayhem. Emily and I thought having grandparents and cousins nearby would enrich her life. Mother's Day rolled around about a year after the move. My mom, Karen, yes, her name is actually Karen, hosts a small backyard brunch every year. Think pastel tablecloths, chocolate-covered strawberries, and sappy cards. My two sisters, Jessica and Claire, live nearby and usually attend with their husbands and kids. That morning, Emily and I were on the fence about going. We'd been juggling teething toddler chaos and weren't sure we were up for a social event. But last minute, we decided to show up and surprise everyone, mostly so Lily could play with her cousins and we could see everyone. We arrived a little late. My mom was surprised but seemed happy enough at first. Lily ran off to play with Jessica's kids, and Emily chatted with Claire about preschool applications. Things felt normal.
Until gift time.
Karen pulled out little potted succulents, gourmet chocolates, and Hallmark cards for Jessica and Claire. "To the best moms in the world," she said with a cheesy smile. They beamed. Then she turned to Emily and said, "Oh, I didn't know you guys were coming, so I didn't bring you anything." Emily just smiled and shrugged. She wasn't the type to expect gifts. We were there for family, not presents. But then my mom added with a shrug and a smile that felt weirdly smug, "Besides, it's not like you're a real mother anyway." The air turned ice cold. Emily froze and I saw her face falter for the first time all day. I stared at my mom. What the hell does that mean? Karen looked at me like I was overreacting. "Well," she said, sipping her mimosa, "she didn't carry Lily for 9 months or go through labor. She's not a real mother. She's a mother, sure, but not her actual mother." The silence was deafening. Even the kids seemed to pause. Jessica and Claire both looked away. Neither of them spoke up. I half expected them to say something, anything, but nope, just awkward fidgeting and pretending it didn't happen. I looked at my mom and said calmly but firmly, "You know what? Real mothers don't say shit like that. Real mothers love, they sacrifice, they nurture, and Emily has done all of that and more." Karen scoffed and muttered something about being sensitive. I was done. "You can kiss my ass," I said, picking up Lily and motioning to Emily. "Until you realize how messed up that was, don't call, don't visit. We want nothing to do with that mindset." And just like that, we left. No dramatic door slam, no shouting, just silence, and one very confused toddler asking why Nana looked so grumpy. We didn't hear from anyone for months. No apology, no explanation, total silence. Holidays came and went. We spent Thanksgiving at Emily's sister's place in Oregon. Christmas was quiet, just the three of us in pajamas eating cinnamon rolls and watching The Grinch. And honestly, it was peaceful. But then last week, Claire texted me out of nowhere. Her message? "Can you guys stop being drama queens? The whole family is upset. We're tired of tiptoeing around your feelings just because mom said something you didn't like. You ruined the holidays for everyone." That one really got to me. Apparently we were the villains now, not the woman who invalidated my wife's motherhood, but us, for daring to be hurt by it. So here's the thing, Reddit, I'm torn. On one hand, I believe I was right to stand up for my wife. Her love for Lily is unconditional and fierce. She didn't grow our daughter in her belly, but she's grown her heart bigger than anyone else I know to hold every ounce of that child's love, pain, laughter, and dreams. On the other hand, I do miss my sisters. I miss my nieces and nephews, and I hate the idea that Lily won't grow up knowing her cousins just because adults can't get their shit together. But am I supposed to pretend that nothing happened? That calling my wife a not real mother was just a quirky moment? That somehow we should get over it because holidays are more important than respect? When I told Emily about Claire's message, she didn't cry, she just sighed. I didn't expect her to defend me, she said softly, but I hoped she'd at least try to understand. That's the thing. We're not asking for gifts or grand gestures, we're asking for basic human decency. We're asking not to be treated like second-class parents because we adopted. We're asking to be respected as a family. So Reddit, be honest with me. Aitah for telling my mother off and refusing to come back until she apologizes? Or am I the jerk for ruining the holidays by standing up for my wife and daughter?